So this time I want to talk a little bit about photography or cameras. Now I am filming with my trusty Fujifilm X70, and I'm seeing many reviews on the new and upcoming Fujifilm S10. I started my Fujifilm career with Fujifilm X10, so then I moved on to this camera. The main reason was the tilt-up screen, because I found myself always grabbing the camera and looking down the screen to make a hip shot and to feel more safe, not safe, but I don't want to look to lift the camera and to look directly into the environment. So that was the main reason. So that happened almost 4 years ago. So all the videos on this channel are filmed with this camera. This camera does not have an image stabilization mechanism, so as you see, it's a little bit shaky, but it's nothing. My hands are pretty stable, pretty strong, so I don't think that an image stabilization system would help you. You need this special how you call it, this arm that stabilizes if you want this smooth stabilization. So this camera is actually very good in that regard that it has Fujifilm X-Trans 2 processor or sensor. So one photographer said that it keeps this beauty of X-Trans, and then other sensors, newer sensors, they lose something. I don't know what, but anyway, I am still impressed with the pictures, and I set my profile, my custom settings that I found in one book from a photographer of X10, so that these colors are set the way they are set, like you see, and the sharpness and other things and contrast. So I like it, so I shoot only in JPEG. I love to shoot my child, so, and now I'm shooting almost nothing except from people, from my child. I don't shoot these junkies or people on the street. Street photography is to me shit. To shoot something going away, this is nothing. If you're that brave, shoot in the face. So I like these colors and also these limitations. My gym footage, as you see, is a little bit darker, but that's the way my eye sees. The camera, a newer one would expose as the camera sees, and that would be too bright. And now I'm shooting in full auto, and that's the way I want it to be. So, and this screen, I actually don't even see the record button, because the microphone that also comes from Fuji, it covers it, but I see the microphone icon, and also I don't see my face. That's for the best, because then I look into the lens more often. That's for the good. So this camera is pretty sturdy. I just broke this yellow orange thing in summer. I threw the camera down from the kitchen table and it's working. So, but the orange thing broke, that holds the battery, but that's nothing. It's working. So I wouldn't buy S10 because, okay, 4K, but only 30 frames per second, and this is nothing. You know, if you want to capture footage like my deadlifts, then this is not enough. I tried it, and this is shit, because my deadlifts are pretty fast, and then it looks bad, very bad. So this is for movies, but you know, nowadays I don't believe in movies. I don't watch them because, you know, pedo Hollywood is not interesting to me. What is interesting, this is real lives, what people share on YouTube, riots, looting, you know, this is real world, not these fake crimes, you know. So, and of course, as you can see in my channel, I also speak very harsh, and this is what I'm filming with. You know, you have to have a certain amount of quality, but you know, today the quality is pretty high anyway. So the only limitation is you, actually. And if it's not interesting, then it's not interesting. Like in photography, I thought to myself, what is wrong with me? Why are my photographs shit? Now I know. When I started to shoot my child, who is almost 2, I noticed the most important thing in photography is the subject. If it's not interesting, try how much you want, this is not interesting. In the street photography, if it's not interesting, these buildings, then it's not interesting, and no camera will help you. You have to have an interesting subject. And who knows, maybe one day people find me and find me interesting. Who knows, I cannot say for sure. But to me, I'm pretty interesting, and that's for the good, you know. So I would say, if you have a camera, Fujifilm X100, X10, or whatever, keep it. Don't exchange many cameras, because that lowers your testosterone and you're feeling a loser every time you exchange these cameras. If it breaks, then buy a new one. But you know, be careful with buying new cameras all the time. This is an addiction, and I understand your passion. That's okay. So be careful.